Welcome to Spiritism Explored and Explained, where we take you on a journey of discovery of the other side, the spirit realm, the universe from which you came and shall return. The life of an errant spirit wandering amongst us. In the book, The Spiritist Review, Journal of Psychological Studies of 1859, which contains all of the monthly articles in the 12 issues of Allan Kardec's magazine for the year 1859, there is an account of a spirit which came unannounced to a medium's meeting. The chapter, titled Scenes of the Spirit's Private Life, which starts at page 201 in the book, discusses the life of a spirit who wanders the earth. The spirit, who was a bit of a rough-neck, died at a young age of 20. He was neither evil nor good. When he passed away, he wasn't exiled to the worst sections of the lower zone. He was sentenced to stay on the surface with us. On page 205, he was asked, "How do you spend your time?" He answered, "I have no other concern but to have fun and to be informed about the events which may have influence over my fate. I see many things. I spend part of the time at my friend's house and the theater. Sometimes I find funny things, if the persons only know that they have company when they think to be alone. Finally, I go in such a way to make the passage of time as light as possible. I wouldn't know how long this is going to last. However, I've been like that for a while." "Have you seen many cases like that?" And the mediums asked, "In short, are you happier now than when you were alive?" And he answered, "No." Then they asked, "What is it that you are missing? You need nothing else. You no longer suffer. You are not afraid of being bankrupt. You go everywhere and see everything. You're not afraid of the human concerns or diseases or the ailments of age. Wouldn't that be a happy life?" And the spirit answered, "I lack the reality of the pleasures. I'm not sufficiently elevated to enjoy moral happiness. I desire everything that I see, and this is my very punishment. I get bored and try to kill time the way I can. And how this lasts, I experience an indefinable qualm. I would rather feel the miseries of life than this anxiety that tortures me." The medium then asked, "You said you would go visiting your friends. Isn't that a real distraction?" He answered, "My friends cannot feel my presence. Besides, they no longer even remember me. That hurts." Then the mediums asked, "Don't you have friends among the spirits?" "Only senseless and useless like me. They get bored like me. Their company is not very nice. Those who think and are happy stay away from me." What were we told here? This is a perfect example of suffering by a person who became a spirit, who did not possess any moral compass. This poor soul is sentenced to live in the spirit world as aimlessly as he lived in the physical world. Imagine the number of spirits around us, men and women, who died without a higher goal in mind, without the ambition to spiritually better themselves. Hopefully they will discover how to ascend while in the spirit world. In fact, in a later communication, the young soul is given a task to prove himself worthy and reports a spirit that follows him, guiding him to perform good deeds instead of wasting his time. Spirits similar to the wandering young men are one of the reasons why care must be taken while attempting to communicate with the other side. Spiritism, through the books of Allan Kardec, such as the Medium's book, teaches us to discern between the serious and the frivolous spirit. There are many spirits who wander the lower zone, unaware that they only need to peer upwards and they will be given help. Spiritist groups, such as the one I visit when I'm in Rio de Janeiro, hold a special meetings with mediums sitting around the table whose sole purpose is to assist errant spirits. As in the example above, higher spirits will purposely bring wandering spirits to these meetings so they can see incarnates communicating with other spirits, helping them solve their problems so they can open their hearts to the guiding spirits around them, waiting to help those who are ready for it. If you'd like to know more about spirits, read my book, Spirits in the Spirit Universe, Book 2 of Spiritism as Revealed to an Anglican Vicar. This book covers communications that pertain to 5 main themes: spirit education in the lower levels of heaven and the higher levels of heaven. Spirit attributes. What attributes will you have when you become a spirit? What are the power of spirits? And lastly, the knowledge of the universe as presented to us by higher spirits. Imagine a fantasy world where, if you apply yourself, you can travel from sphere to higher sphere, accumulating new attributes and powers after graduating from each level. Nothing could stop you. There are no limits. Promotion is based solely on merit. Within each stage, your mind is fully engaged in comprehending the most extraordinary knowledge, all within an atmosphere of supportive and congenial friends. If this sounds like heaven to you, then you are correct. It is heaven. God bless.